Hey, Carolyn.
Yeah.
You seem kind of upset. What's the matter?
Well, that last episode, it just went a little too long. I made notes and everything. And I'm just trying to figure out how to shorten it up a little.
Well, if you got notes, maybe I can help.
Oh, okay.
Bam, bam, bam. Nope, nope. Bam, bam. Nope. Bam, bam. There you go.
Hey!
Welcome back, everybody, to the Grand Shamrock Tour. I'm John, and
I'm Caroline.
And we are from a very secret location, the place where we've been keeping our brand new G310 GSs.
Yeah, say that three times real fast.
So I'm still struggling with it, but
Yeah.
It is where we've been keeping the bikes, and they're getting ready for their first and maybe only service tomorrow. And
Right.
so we came down to load them, and I thought, hey, this would be a great opportunity to fill everybody in.
Well, it is an interesting place to film. It's a little storage unit. It's
kinda cool.
like our second home right now.
It's like a bunker. We got our own bunker.
Yeah, away from the campsite for sure. Hey, John, we're going to cover season 1, episode 2. And it looks like you really did cut me down on cards.
You're welcome.
Thanks for
You're
that.
welcome. There you go.
Wow, you really saved us some time. So, we've got to get all the way from Utah down to Texas.
Yeah.
Now, this was our first year of travel.
Right.
And it just was an incredible amount. But we're going to just kind of abbreviate it, give you a really good thumbnail sketch of some of the travels that we did take.
And to bring everybody up to speed, we were in Montana. It's fantastic. We're having a great time. We were going to head down into Wyoming, South Dakota, but your bike was experiencing an issue. So we ended up having to go all the way to Salt Lake City, Utah, and all they did down there was push Control-Alt-Delete.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
And then what they told me to do was ride it for 500 miles.
And never tell Carolyn she's got to ride a motorcycle and expect her to not follow doctor's orders.
We rode it too. I think we hit 600 miles in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was fantastic.
It really is. It's a beautiful city. You think of Utah and you think of the Mighty Five, but really Salt Lake City, like 1.4 million, but the streets are 165 feet wide.
Yeah, and the downtown, the Mormon temple.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we rode, of course, out to the Great Salt Lake.
Yeah, and the Antelope Island where we saw a lot of wildlife. It was really great.
Yeah, more buffalo.
Yeah.
Love that. We did make it to Park City, which is not too far.
I got to light the torch.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I was pretty excited. So we've been to all 3 of the United States' Winter Olympic locations.
Yeah, and we didn't set out to do that, but now we've done it.
Oh, pretty exciting.
Oh, check that box.
Pretty cool.
You know, one of my favorite things, though, in Salt Lake was the zoo.
Yeah, it's a great zoo.
That was a neat zoo.
Yeah, I forget the name of it. It's the
Horton. Hey.
Yeah, Horton Hears a Who Zoo, and it's a great zoo, and it was the best zoo we'd been to so far.
So far.
Yeah.
We've had a couple.
Yeah.
This now that the bike was running, it was time to get back on track.
Yeah.
Which where we originally were planning to go was Wyoming and Devil's Tower.
Devil's Tower. You wanted to have a close encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever third kind, that thing was cool.
Yeah, and it was an inspiration for us to go there because our son had given us a photo he took of Devil's Tower on his journey across the United States that was absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah.
And it stands today. It stays in the RV. It's a centerpiece of our home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When you think about that, I think the inspiration for me is not just his photography, but that he was able to drive across country. I wanted to do that as well and see it for ourselves, and I'm sure glad we did.
Yeah, and basically the inspiration for the Grand Shamrock Tour. I was traveling around America and picking up. I mean, that was our son inspired that in his own kind of wanderlust way.
Oh yeah.
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 So that was great.
Now, Wyoming, of course, is right next to South Dakota.
Yeah.
And there's a lot in South Dakota.
Yeah, including a certain thing called the Rally.
The Rally of Sturgis. But we went after Sturgis.
Yeah.
So Sturgis, the town itself, only has 6,000 or 8,000 people.
Yeah, but it booms to about 400,000 during the rally, which is amazing, huh?
It's crazy. And then we were there 2 weeks after. You couldn't tell, but
perfect time. It's the perfect time because you've got all of the things that the weather, everything holds, and all those roads. During the rally, they're basically a parking lot. We had the best opportunity to ride when we were there.
Oh, It's incredible. Like, well, it is the Black Hills of South Dakota. We rode Spearfish Canyon.
Yeah, that's really beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got down into Custard State Park and Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, and Mount Rushmore was a place I never thought I wanted to go to, and you did. And when I got there,
for sure.
it just has an impact. It really brings it all together as to what it's. There's a certain pride to just being in this great state of America. Yeah,
it is very patriotic. You can't help but feel that. Well, while we were there, we did get to ride Iron Mountain Road.
Top 5. Sorry, didn't mean straight.
Okay.
No, it is definitely one of my top 5 rides in all of the United States. It's really great.
Well, okay, it has splits and pigtails.
Yeah,
and 4 presidents, of course.
If you push pause right now, Carolyn's going to put a picture. You'll see all the aspects of the road. If you stick around to the end of this video, she'll take you on a ride.
Yeah, I'll put that motorcycle video up at the end. That would be great. Speaking of motorcyclists, we stayed at an RV park called Rush No More.
Yeah.
And it was around a couple of other Momentums.
Yeah, a couple of Grand Design Momentum motorcyclists. We had Scott and Genevieve, and Ed and Pam. Our paths crossed a couple times along the way because not only did we have the same brand and similar units, but we actually have motorcycles in common too.
Oh yeah, and just those rides that we took, that map that just covers the area.
Yeah, I think Caroline, I think what surprised me was to see Scott and Genevieve there, and we had seen them in Montana.
We had met them in Montana.
Yeah.
They gave us a list of all the places that they were going to be going.
So that's how we ended up together again.
Exactly.
I read his mail. Great location.
They were going to be there. But that was good. So South Dakota, so much. We did go to the Badlands. That was our second dispersed camping that we had done in a big rig like that.
And my favorite location out there on the edge. Nomad's View in South Dakota is my very favorite boondocking location, and a lot of others as well. It is great, and we have a wonderful video too that you can look at. Just recently, this last year, we came back, and it really gives the true flavor. The true flavor of that area. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I'll link to that somehow in our video.
And I don't know anything about linking, but I do know a lot about motorcycles and how to put stuff on them. So I'm going to do that next week.
Keep me on the road.
There you go.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Okay. While we were in South Dakota, somebody told us to go to Bayard, Nebraska.
Bayard,
on
Nebraska.
Our way to Texas.
Yeah.
And so we did make it that direction, and there's Chimney Rock. There's Scotts Bluff.
And Carhenge.
And Carhenge.
Carhenge was my favorite.
It was your favorite.
Well, I loved Carhenge because it's a henge made out of cars. Yeah. And the nice thing is when we came in, there was Carolyn's 1972 Chevy Vega camback wagon, the car she was driving when I met her.
You really have to tell people I was driving a Vega.
Yeah, two-speed auto. Two-speed auto. Carolyn hated that car.
Well, I paid $600 for it and sold it for $3.
Yeah, it's worth about 10 now.
Yeah, let me get the light.
Oh.
Me and that Vega.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We did make it down to Texas. Now Texas is big.
Yeah.
And we of course didn't see everything. But
Texas was straight down.
It's
just straight down.
Down there. Amarillo, first stop.
Tarantulas.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah, very cool. How about Aubrey?
Aubrey was great because that's where we centered, where we got to go to Dallas-Fort Worth and the stockyards, which is an absolute must-see for people as they go across this country. It's a really unique and interesting place.
Yeah, and one thing I didn't mention is we did see the Smiths.
Oh gosh, yeah, yeah. Come on.
Come on. Oh, Marty B's. What a yeah. I do want to say hello to them because they've just been.
Yeah, Mark and Carrie are friends from in Oregon, and they were so wonderfully inviting, and they gave us. Hey, listen, that's my first honky tonk.
And wow, what a place! If you're ever in that area, definitely.
Don't forget the honky tonk.
We did have a big rock, as the KYD called it, in Athens.
Yeah, we got to go see KYD. We had an E3 event where we spent about a week down there, and Mark and Trish and Caleb were there. It was really fun. They're so kind. They're such a nice couple and so informative. We learned a lot there.
John, we met a lot of people there too. A busload of us went wine tasting.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't a lot of fun.
Yeah. I didn't drink any wine, but I sure sang a lot.
You led the team there.
There you go.
Austin.
Yeah, Austin,
Texas.
Yeah, Austin was, for me, very special because it was special for you.
Oh yeah. Well, we did do the breast cancer walk for Susan B. Komen, and it was the More Than Pink walk. And I'm gonna say thank you to Amberly for just being so supportive and being there for me on a journey that made just a real opportunity of growth for me. And I'm just so grateful to be where I am. I actually walked with survivors.
Right.
Hadn't really thought about it like that.
Right.
But it does make one grateful. And I'm able now to actually speak about my journey.
Yeah, and
so,
I really
that's been great.
I appreciate that because it's such a big part of your life when you go through that. And you go through it, you don't go through it alone. We're all in this together, and it is one of those things, the support of your family, your sons, and then to meet all those other people, and then to recognize too that you are a survivor, and we're so glad. Yeah. But there are people that weren't there too. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, after Austin, we headed to Fredericksburg.
Well, Fredericksburg is the hill country of Texas.
Twisted Sister. We're not gonna take it. Nope. Wait, okay, that's enough. Sorry.
Twisted Sisters are the roads that they have named.
Yeah, the three Twisted Sisters. Yeah. And they were really a blast. The hill country is the best motorcycle riding in all of Texas, and if you're anywhere near, you gotta go. You gotta ride those Twisted Sisters.
Well, I think somebody gave me the doctor's order that I should ride all of them.
Yeah, and
we kind of did.
You do it in a day.
I think we did another 500 miles.
Yeah, but Texas is a big state, so we got to get to the other side of it.
What we did was we needed to get to someplace for the winter. Yeah. As RVers, you don't want to be traveling a lot during the winter. At least we didn't. Right. We landed in Arizona for three months.
AZ.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And what a great place.
Yeah, it was great because we got to see our nephew and his wife and children. We got your sister came down to visit. We had, if you really want people to hang out with you, then just put yourself right there by Sedona. They'll come and visit.
Sedona is amazing.
Yeah,
just
beautiful.
The colors.
Yeah.
You know, we're still able to ride, even though it's a little bit cold at night at times. We got a lot of miles in on the motorcycles.
Yeah, it was in lots of different terrain, from beautiful cactus, saguaro cactus. Yeah, I know.
Who doesn't love it?
I like Arizona.
I do too.
Yeah.
Well, we did link up with Two Wheels Big Life.
Oh,
and I like that episode.
Yeah.
We were honored to be in that. But it kind of shows just what we do, and they showed it a lot better than we can.
Yeah, well, they're actually
really good.
They're real YouTubers.
Well, that's it. That ends season 1 and the end of my cards.
Oh, I made it shorter.
Yeah, I did. Hey, so next up is our second year of travel. We did season 2, and we're going to cover it in 2 seasons, and that's Route 66. So the best of Route 66.
And the worst of Route 66.
I was thinking it was the best of Route 66.
And if you've been on it, there is some of the worst of Route 66.
Gosh.
We'll cover them both, and that starts next week, and we are excited because in between time, these bikes go in for service tomorrow.
Yeah,
then I can start putting parts on them, and these are a joy. Carolyn?
Oh, yeah, even I can walk my own bike out of here.
God, they're so much fun. We're going to have a blast. Thanks for coming along on the Grand Shamrock Tour.
And on that note, travel safe.
And we'll see you out on the road.